Hello there everybody and welcome back to my F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. If you haven't seen the last one from Brazil, I urge you to go back, check that one out before checking this one out. This is your last chance to do so before spoilers. Well, here we are then, the final two races. The less said about Abu Dhabi at the moment, the better. But anyway, we do have, coming into Australia, a 5-place grid penalty for a component change, which is absolutely fine. Just needed something new to just take us to the end, especially after we had that failure in Mexico. So it's put us on the back foot a little bit for this weekend, but I am confident that we can come through the field and deliver a good result. However, I'm really struggling with that last couple of corners in putting a lap together in qualifying. But so far, I dare say this one's looking quite good, but it's only P14, so we are going to have to go again because it's just not good enough as we go a bit wide in that first corner there. However, second time round, as you can see, we have made significant gains, and that should enable us to set a better lap, but it's all down to these last two corners as well, particularly this left-hander, which I'm struggling with. But that's better around there. Bit of outside curb, but that won't do me too much harm. As we sweep round the last corner, hopefully this will be a competitive time. And, well, it's relatively competitive. We survived Q1 in 11th, but unfortunately, we did not go much further after that. As the next clip will show, in qualifying 2, we could only manage 12th fastest. And so it's another difficult qualifying for us, with it all to do in the race.
The crowd are here and here in force for what is going to be a fantastic day of racing. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. Its combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners make it a tricky track when it comes to overtakes. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Massa, Sergio Perez, they've taken a grid penalty, and Giovinazzi. Verstappen, Vettel, Leclerc, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Esteban Ocon. Norris, Russell, Joker, they've taken a grid penalty, and Latifi, Ricciardo, Joe, Pierre Gasly, and Yuki Tsunoda. Stroll, Markelov, Mick Schumacher, and Nikita Mazepin.
Well, fortunately that penalty didn't cost us too much because a lot of other drivers had penalties as well, so we only lost one place. But it's lights out and away we go down under, and we've lost the place off the start to Latifi, but we're going to try have a nip down the inside to see if we can get the Williams of George Russell, but Russell getting the better exit out of one there, and that's left us vulnerable to Ricciardo behind. We dive up the inside here over Russell and Latifi, former teammates in this career mode before Latifi moved to Alfa Romeo. Round the outside, holding it out on Latifi, and we do manage to move up into P12. So back to what our original grid position would have been. I'm not complaining about that for a start. We're up one position off where we did start on the grid, and now we're chasing after Lando Norris and Esteban Ocon. As you can see, I'm running the medium tyre, so my plan is to go long, and I mean go really long, try and do a medium to soft, so that at the end of the race I have got some really good pace and can move my way up. But for now, the plan is simple: go long. I'm having a little look at Lando Norris there, but the move just isn't on. Lando's covering me very well there. So at this moment, we've just got to bide our time a little bit. It's all about the long game with this strategy. You don't get anywhere quick. It's all about the long game. And that is exactly what we are playing here. Ooh. Nearly losing it on that curb though. That's not going to do me any favours. But we are staying close to Lando, as I believe that Esteban Ocon ahead of him is holding him up a little bit. And that's allowing us to stay with him here. And I see a little opportunity for a dive there, as Norris was quite slow under braking going into that corner, being held up by the two Alpines in front of him. I took that dive and we moved up a place. So it's all about picking your moments. Like I said, it's all about the long game, and also especially on this track where it is quite difficult to overtake. You've really got to pick your moments around here if you are going to find an overtaking opportunity. Right, having a look at the Alpine of Ocon. The move not quite on there. Having another look down the inside again, just letting him know I'm there and putting the pressure on, hoping he'll make a mistake. Right, he's going to go very defensive into free next time round though. We're going to sweep round the outside. He goes in so tight and compromises himself with speed through the corner, whereas we sweep around the outside and are able to take the racing line, which enables us to maintain good speed around the corner. And round the outside we go, up another place, past Esteban Ocon. Next up is Antonio Giovinazzi, or he would have been if he didn't pit. So Giovinazzi into the pits. We move up into P10, not P10, P4, because a lot of the other AI have pitted as well. It's lap 10, not P10, Joe, honestly. But a lot of the other AI are now pitting. Sainz into the pits as well. And Sebastian Vettel staying out. Bottas also pitting. So Vettel leads over me then. And behind me is all the cars that have pitted and are now on fresher tyres than myself, so they should start catching me. But like I said, I am running long in this strategy. And once Vettel pits, we take over the race lead. Oh, how I'd love a safety car to fall right about now. Gain a free pit stop, lose less time, and then have the advantage of the soft tyres. But unfortunately, no safety car, despite the fact that we have a Williams pulling off to retire there. The safety car did not come out. I did pit that lap with the thought the safety car might come out, but it unfortunately for us, it just didn't. We have dropped not too badly actually. The pace we ran on the medium tyre was actually good enough that we were able to maintain a top 5. So it literally was a case of once the AI started to pit, set consistent and quick times as quickly as we could, and as a result of that, we have managed to get an overcut on quite a few of the guys we were behind, and we've gained a few positions as a result. So this strategy starting to pay off, and it's really starting to pay off with the fastest lap as well. So we could be on for an extra point for that. Right, we have caught at a rapid rate of knots Sergio Perez. He's going to go to the inside, we're going to go to the outside, and we're going to sweep around the outside of the Mexican driver up into P4. Solid move there. Really proud of that one. You just see it there. Perez goes defensive, but we just sweep around the outside. We had some great momentum thanks to DRS and overtake, and the soft tyre just working wonders for us in this stage of the race. I really thought I was going to improve upon my fastest lap then, but unfortunately it was not to be. Right, next up is Carlos Sainz in P3. The podium is very much still on here. I think the two Mercedes are just a little bit too far ahead to catch them. I think that'll be just about too tall in order to do that. But Carlos Sainz is definitely there for the taking. This podium is definitely there for the taking. That is what we are targeting here. And the run we have got out of there is incredible. Right, where's Carlos going to go? Is he going to stay left? No, he doesn't. He goes over to defend. But we managed to keep the inside line on him. and we are able to take that P3 from him with a brilliant move down the inside. He went to defend, but we were able to find that extra space down the inside of him and take P3. Well, it's not been the most entertaining of drives, I'll be honest, but it's been a solid drive. We played the long game, waited till some of the AI pitted. We were able to get ahead of the Alpines and Lando, and at that point it was a matter of waiting for the others to pit, banging out some consistent lap times, pitting, and then using the strategy to our advantage, which we did. So, considering where we started, P3 is not a bad job at all. I will take that. Yes!
Great work. Well done. We're really happy with the podium here.
Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had. Congratulations to the whole team. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
Well, we definitely made that one work, didn't we? P13 to P3. I will absolutely take that. Unfortunately, the Mercedes were just that bit too far ahead of us to really challenge to them. But like I said, it was all about making that strategy work, and we really did. Unfortunately, on the last lap, Felipe Massa stole the fastest lap from me. How could you? But he got some good points for the team there, finishing in P7. Hamilton then winning the race. You can see why he's champion this season. He is just OP as fudge. Bottas getting second, competing the Mercedes 1-2. We're third, then it's Sainz behind us, Perez, Leclerc, Massa, Stroll, Gasly and Italian Jesus rounding out the top 10. And Sebastian Vettel there having that engine failure right at the end. Well, we have pretty much guaranteed ourselves second in the championship now. So we have done enough in that race to guarantee us second. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of that one. So it doesn't matter what happens in Abu Dhabi. And when you see what happens in Abu Dhabi, you'll see why it's a good thing that it doesn't matter what happens there. Bottas is third in the standings then, and Massa has moved up to 15th in the standings. Not too bad considering he hasn't had that many races with the team. And we still hold on to second, going in to the finale at Abu Dhabi. Well, I'm going to briefly leave you with a highlights reel from this race. I will be back very shortly. So Abu Dhabi then, one to forget. I lost my front wing at the start and got a puncture, which meant most of the race was just me pottering round at the back of the field. I was able to pass Markelov and Massa, who had many problems in that race as well. But as you can see, coming into the last corner, hitting that curb, round it went. We had underbody damage anyway. We were nursing the car back. And I just thought, as we come out of the last corner, sod it. I want to do some donuts, therefore I am doing some donuts.
Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are no plans for a safety car right now.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed the donuts. That rounds out the second season of career mode as we cross the line. Not the way I wanted to go out, but I was happy enough to be able to give you guys some donuts.
It's been a roller coaster season then, but they can go into the winter with their heads held high after an emphatic victory here today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari.
Well, that's it. Season 2 is over. And you know what? I'm not too disappointed by it. Okay, there are a few races where we did bottle certain victories and lost out a good few points. Points which I feel like could have put us in contention for the championship, but we'll never know now. Still, we got a handful of victories, finished in that runner-up spot. Season 3, I am targeting that world champion spot. We are going for the championship in Season 3. Well, Carlos Sainz wins that last race of the season with Gasly second, Ricciardo third. Then it's the two Red Bulls, Hamilton, Italian Jesus, Latifi up in 8th somehow, Zhou in 9th, and Russell 10th. So the two Williams and that Alfa Romeo just having an unbelievable race. But there you can see the final standings are thus. Lewis Hamilton is champion, we're second, Bottas is third, then it's Verstappen, Norris, Leclerc, Perez, Vettel having a decent season in 8th, then it's Sainz and Ricciardo. And Massa ends up 15th. I don't think he scored any further points in that race. In fact, he didn't, because he was behind Markelov. So, not too good a final race for Massa. And as you can see, we held on to second in the Constructors' Championship. So, not too shabby a season at all. Like I said, a couple of races that I feel like we bottled certain victories. But, you know, it's all part of the learning process. And Season 3... we will come back stronger and we will take that championship. That is my target for Season 3. Nothing less than the World Championship. And in order to do that, I think we're going to go for a strong teammate next season. We have saved up a bit of money. Unfortunately, however, the one drawback is that we're going to lose a lot of our power upgrades because we decided to prioritize aerodynamics over power. So the first few races of next season might be tricky as we lose the majority of our power upgrades. This is, like I said, due to the fact that I decided to prioritize aerodynamics over the power. But yeah, I'm having a browse for a stronger teammate for Season 3 to help drive me to the Drivers' Championship and maybe even the Constructors' Championship too. That is my aim for next season. And I think the way to go is to pick up Jenson Button out of retirement and stick him straight in our team for Season 3. So Jenson Button will be our teammate. Thank you for watching, guys. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. TTFN.